Welcome back to Meant to Be Singles Retreat. In today's episode, we are kicking it off with a game that will test compatibility in a fun way. Our singles will see just how much they have in common, and the results may surprise you.
Now that you've met our incredible singles, it's time to put their compatibility to the test. Welcome to Step to the Line for Love, where our guys have already set the stage by answering key questions. As the ladies step up to respond, they'll earn compatibility points for each answer that aligns with the men's.
This game will show us who's aligned in their values and desires. It's not just about finding out what they have in common, but also discovering who's ready to take that next step. So let's see what connections spark as we tally up their compatibility points in Step to the Line for Love. The first question is, what do you value most in life? Okay? What do you value most in life? And I'm going to give you options, A, B, C, or D. Option 1 is wealth building, A. Option B is health and wellness. Option C is travel experiences. And then option D is intellectual development. Intellectual development. I'll give you guys a moment to decide. Okay. On the count of 3 will be the big reveal. 1, 2, 3. So why did you say B?
I chose B because if you don't have your health and wellness, then you wouldn't be able to do all of the other options.
I like that. Why'd you choose B?
I agree. The same thing. You can't do any of the others without B. Health.
Health as well.
One thing I would like to have in a future spouse is a love or passion for health and wellness. I enjoy going to the gym. The gym is like another form of therapy for me, but also, getting older, want to make sure that we take care of ourselves and our bodies, and as much as we can control it, that we remain healthy. I want to have a long-lasting relationship, and I don't want to put any one of us in a position of being each other's caregiver. Now, you can't control what can happen, but at least do what we can control. So health and wellness.
Now, did anyone choose C? Step to the line. And then if you chose B, you can step back now. Thank you, ladies. And if I say step to the line, that means your answer matched with one of the guys, okay? So why did you choose C?
I choose C because I love to travel and I'm all about experiences. That's what I'm all about in life.
One interest I would love to have in a future spouse, I would say someone who's adventurous. I like doing different things, going different places, trying new things, new experiences. So that's one thing I would love to have in a future spouse.
So we're going to move on to the next question now. And when I ask you guys to give your answers and stuff like that, expound upon it. Don't be afraid to, share more, okay? There's only 5 questions, so we can take our time to go through it. The next question is, what do you enjoy doing most? What do you enjoy doing most out of this list? Okay? Because there may be other things in life you enjoy most, but out of this list. Option number 1. Shopping.
One activity that others value, and I feel like it's not necessary to do as much as a couple, would have to be shopping. I'm not a fan for shopping because during shopping, 90% of the time, it is directed towards one person and it's not us as a whole. So it's mostly an event of one. Now, granted, I am grateful and I would love to support you in everything that you do. But shopping is one of those things where time just goes by very, very slow for me. And I feel like I'm being dragged to do something that only one person enjoys. If you want to shop, I'll support you, but I'd rather be home and you can call me on FaceTime. And if you think I would like something, just call me on FaceTime. I'll do it that way. But I'm really, really not a fan of shopping. I'd rather do it online, and if I gotta return something, then I just have to return it. But something that I really don't enjoy, honestly, would definitely be shopping.
A is shopping. B is cooking. C is watching sports. D is expressing creativity.
If one partner cooks, I'm completely fine with that. For example, for me, I don't mind if my significant other does not cook because they're not gonna cook. That's fine. As long as one person cooks and we're both not starving, that's fine with me.
I have not had a woman in my life that has consistently cooked for me.
A is shopping, B is cooking, C is watching sports, and D is expressing creativity. What do you enjoy doing most out of these options?
When time allows, I want to be able to spend time with her and do different things, not just go out, but we can, read together, study the Bible together, do small activities together, watch football. Football is very important. And sweetheart, listen to me. You don't like football, you could take a nap. It's okay. I'll let you lay on me.
On the count of 3, we will do the big reveal. Okay, 1, 2, 3. If you said C, watching sports, step to the line. So tell me about your answer. You enjoy watching sports?
I'm a huge football fan, college in particular. My son plays college football, so I'm in front of the TV every Saturday. Even tonight, he has his game tonight, so I'm super excited.
That's so exciting.
One skill or gift I would like a future spouse to have is creativity. Reason being, I'm a very creative person, and I would love that spouse to be able to help support me in my creativity. In return, I would also like to be creative in whatever that my spouse is currently doing.
If you said D, expressing creativity, step to the line. Okay. So talk to me about your creative self.
Okay, so I consider myself to be creative ever since I was little. I love to draw, paint, cook, different things. I love the art. So I feel like God is creative. So I'm his child. So I'm creative as well.
Love that. Yeah, kind of the same thing. I like decorating. I like art as well. I love fashion, shopping, hair, makeup, just creating.
Yes, love that.
I'm a creative person, so I love to dance. I create dances of creative individuality. So
now let's move on to the next question. The next question is, how would you be to your future spouse? Another way to frame this question is like, how would you like your future spouse to view you? A loving and caring partner. This is a hard question, by the way. A loving and caring partner. B, an emotionally intelligent best friend. C, a respectful and submissive wife. Or D, an independent boss.
I feel like independence is overrated because you choosing me and me choosing you as a partner, you're enhancing me just like I'm enhancing you. A lot of couples, a lot of times, when they finally meet someone and they think that person will be their person, they tend to have independent tendencies. And instead of coming together and working together, now we don't have to work on everything together all the time, but in a lot of situations, it is definitely better and beneficial because I could definitely learn from you and you can learn from me.
A loving and caring partner. B, an emotionally intelligent best friend.
One quality that is most important to me in a future spouse is emotional intelligence. Gotta know how to read the room. Gotta pay attention to me, and I have to pay attention to you and understand each other's needs and how we need to speak to one another. Emotional intelligence can take you a long way. So I definitely will say emotional intelligence because I understand she might not always be in the best mood and she may not always want to communicate what she's feeling, but if I'm able to see her and read her and I have the emotional intelligence to not push to have a conversation and give her the space that's needed, I think that can help things to go a long way. So emotional intelligence, because I would want the same. Sometimes, you know, after a long day, you may need a moment to just kind of come in a house and decompress and relax before you get to the honey-do list, or before she starts to tell me about everything that happened, you know, with her day. So emotional intelligence is definitely a key for me.
C, a respectful and submissive wife, or D, an independent boss? Okay.
One quality I would love for a future spouse to have, I would say, is respect. Respect, I feel like, is very important, because in the beginning, you always put your best foot forward. But as time dwindles on, it is very important that both parties continue to respect each other, whether you have differences or you're discovering each other, you're learning each other. Respect, I feel as if it's probably one of the best qualities, because you're gonna constantly, every single day, grow, change, and become a different person. And through those changes, I feel like respect is something that you should always have for your spouse.
On the count of 3, we will do the big reveal. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. Nice. Okay. If you said B, can you please step to the line? Why'd you choose an emotionally intelligent best friend?
Because from my experiences, I believe you just have to be friends first. And that's what I've learned. Like, when we go through different things with our significant others, if you're a friend first, then you know, like, it doesn't matter, because it's like, this is still my homie. Like, I still love you, you know? So you won't be mad for long.
So we're going to move on to the next question now. Question number 4. What love language do you resonate with most?
The love language that resonates with me the least would definitely have to be gift giving. The reason why gift giving for me is not as important as the other, because the other 4 I feel like are pretty equal in my book. But gift giving itself is, I feel like in my lifetime, I've realized that receiving gifts is a temporary thing. It might give you temporary happiness, but for me, I'm more of an experienced person. I'd rather go somewhere, do something, take pictures, take videos, because in the long run, those are the things that really matter. I can buy you a car today, and in 2 years, you get a new car. So many other things can happen, or I can get you whatever you want that you think you want. But in reality, the moment you get it, you're like, oh, I really didn't need that. Because let's be honest, that's how many times do we receive something and it's like, oh, I just wanted it because somebody else had it. Or I just wanted it because, you know, it's popular at the time. But it doesn't bring you any happiness. But if I take you on your favorite trip, we develop those memories, we take those pictures, we take those videos. That's what you truly are going to cherish in our relationship.
Sometimes people put so much value on how much money they spent on the gift. And one, it's not many people who have ever really bought me anything. So it's like anything that I want for myself, I'll go get for myself. But the other part of it is that the gifts sometimes are not thoughtful. It's just, oh, I spent $1,000 on this, or I spent $2,000 on this, and it's supposed to be special. I think it's really the thought that counts, and it shows whether or not you're truly paying attention to your significant other when you get them a thoughtful gift. So I feel like gifts are overrated, because we all see on social media, Valentine's Day, your relationship been in turmoil all year, and then all of a sudden on Valentine's Day, somebody spend a lot of money on you and you back in love, and then a couple weeks after that, it's trash again. So I think it's overrated.
Out of these options, what love language do you resonate with most? A, gift giving. B, quality time. C, acts of kindness. And D, words of affirmation.
One love language I would like my future spouse to have is quality time. I think quality time is the most important, because in this day and age, we live in a fast-paced world where there are a lot of external factors that's constantly pulling you and tugging you in different directions. Of course, we put God first, and we take the time out to make sure that we're in line with God. But after God, I think quality time, it is very important that you are aligned with your spouse to make sure that on a day-to-day, you guys spend time together and you know each other, you grow together. Because as time goes on, if you don't spend quality time together, you tend to grow in different directions. So for me, I think quality time is very important to make sure that even though you can't control someone and what they're thinking, what they're doing, but at least you can know through quality time changes, events, differences in a person as you guys grow together.
Time for the big reveal in 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you said B, please step to the line. Okay. Hi, Jade. Can you explain why you said quality time?
I said quality time because I love spending time with myself. I love spending time with my partner, with my family. I think that quality time gives you the opportunity to bond with the other person and get to know yourself more.
Good. Awesome. Adoris, why did you say quality time?
I said quality time because time is precious. Time is of the essence. And if you ask my friends, you can ask my family, if you hanging out with Doris, you're going to be with her all day because she needs that quality time. That's so funny. So, and I just love spending time with people one-on-one.
I love that.
Quality time is a big thing for me.
Awesome.
The love language that I would like my future spouse to have is quality time. Yeah, I need to be around my woman. Like, I want to spend time with her, be with her, and not all the time, because I understand, like, I truly want her to have her own life, be able to hang with her girls, have some of her own hobbies. But I want that time with my woman. That's a way that you build. That's the way you get to know one another. I don't want to just kind of end up being, we are fly by night, past each other. So it's when time allows, I want to be able to spend time with her and do different things.
And we have one final question. One final question, okay? What is most important to do together in a relationship in this list? Like, to make it work, what should you always do or keep doing, okay? A, physical intimacy.
I need to have more of a connection with you. I need it to be more in depth. I need it to be spiritual as well. And so therefore, I can't judge how great our relationship is going to be off sex. I think we put too much emphasis on it.
B, dating each other.
One activity that I think it is very important to do as a couple, I would say, is dating. I think dating continuously is very important because in relationships, once you've been with the person for a while, the romance can sometimes dwindle off. I think dating constantly is very important because it keeps you guys doing different activities. It keeps you guys continuously learning each other, discovering each other, because as you get older, we change and you get to learn what you continuously like and what you don't like. One day you may like this event. In 5 years, you may like a whole new event. So the continuity, it also gives you activities of things to do together, getting to know each other and discovering each other.
C, praying together.
One activity that I believe is more important to do as a couple together, praying. Prayer is very important. Prayer is an everyday part of my life, multiple times a day, even when people don't know that I'm praying. But to do it as a couple, I believe that God has an opportunity not only to be in the middle of our relationship, and we're doing what we can to keep him first in our relationship, but he's going to help provide the wisdom that each of us need to be able to love each other effectively in the way he has designed for us to be loved. And we cannot achieve that without continuing communication with him and seeking him together, not just individually.
D, sharing the same hobbies. A, physical intimacy. B, dating each other. C, praying together. Or D, having shared hobbies? Time for the final reveal. Nice, nice, nice. If you said B, dating each other, step to the line and explain why you said dating each other.
Because we're constantly evolving and we want to keep it spicy. If we were to have kids, we want to make sure that we still doing our thing, we still loving on each other, all the things. So you continue to date each other, plan trips, go different places, go to sporting events, whatever that looks like. So
if you said C, praying together, step forward. Okay, Jade, why'd you say praying together?
I said praying together because I've done all those other things in relationships and it never worked out. I think prayer was probably the one thing that kept us in God's will. So I think that's really important for a relationship, is to make sure that you are centered in God's love and God's grace and in His will.
For me, I chose prayer because we have to realize that in marriage, there's going to be ups and downs, trials and tribulations. Sometimes you're going to have spiritual warfare. So prayer is key to always bring you all back together to the center of your foundation, which is Christ Jesus. And I feel like with prayer, you can get through anything. You're able to get wisdom, strategy for your next move.
Awesome.
I chose prayer because I am a woman of prayer and I desire to have a husband that loves to pray as well. And I desire to have a marriage where God is at the center. And so we have that direct line to Him, and He's going to teach us, to forgive one another, to have grace. Through prayer time, I'm sure that I'm going to have times with my husband where I'm irritated with him and God's going to check me in my prayer time. And so just us coming together, there's so much intimacy in prayer. So I'm looking forward to that.
Love that. Yeah, I chose prayer as well because the Bible says man should always pray. So why not do it together? Where there's two or more in agreement, God is with us. So it'll be even better for both of us to pray together.
Yes, love that.
I agree with everything these ladies said. So I just want to sentiment. I want to emphasize on everything they said. Prayer is a crucial thing for any relationship to thrive and survive.
You guys did amazing. I think everyone stepped to the line at least once for the question. So there is definitely compatibility there. Give yourselves a big hand clap. Yay!
The lines have been drawn and the ladies have stepped forward. Up next, we'll take things to the next level with our blind dates. Who will make a special connection? Find out in our next episode.